Martin was a widowed man who lived alone. One day, someone knocked on his door. When Martin went to check who had come to visit him, he was shocked to find his wife standing at the door. How is it possible? Well, I hope you've been attentive enough to notice a photo of Martin and his wife on the wall next to the door. The woman in the photo has a mole under her eye, but the woman who turned up in Martin's apartment has absolutely clear skin on her face. It must be Martin's late wife's twin sister. Foggy is a friendly ghost living in an abandoned house who loves floating around and scaring adventure seekers. But Foggy has 1 month of the year that he dislikes with every fiber of his being because during it, he gets to walk around way less than during the other months. What is this month? It's February. This month usually only has 28 days and nights, 29 max, to have fun. Look at these people stuck on the roller coaster. They're all in a dire situation, but one of them is going to fall first. So, for whom can this ride end in tragedy? The guy with blonde hair is likely to be the first to fall. While the others are holding on to some parts of the roller coaster, he isn't. The only thing that is still keeping him in the air is his pants, and they're bound to tear soon. I hope the rescuers will come in time. Spoiler, yeah, they do. It was a hot day, and Mark decided to make a bet with his friends. They were outside drinking water and lemonade, and Mark told his friends that water produced by different companies tasted different. He offered to blindfold him. He'd take a sip from 2 bottles of water, the one they had on the table and one from a different producer that he had seen in the kitchen. He promised he'd be able to tell the difference, and he did. But how? It was an extremely hot day, remember? That's why the water that had been outside for several hours was much warmer than the water brought from the kitchen. Now look at these athletes. The one on the left looks skinny and weak, while the other one is all muscles. The result may seem predictable, but still, who's going to win? The guy on the left will win, since he's cheating. Have you noticed that he's touching the table with his other hand? Mike was driving along a dangerous mountain road when he saw a man sitting on the side of the road. It turned out that the man hadn't managed to control his car and it had fallen off the road. The man got thrown out of the window, and now his very expensive car was beyond repair. The man asked Mike if he could be his witness when he prepared the documents for his insurance company. At first, Mike agreed, but when the man took the key out of his pocket and unlocked the damaged vehicle, Mike exclaimed that he wouldn't take part in that fraud. How did he figure out the man was lying? Well, if the man had been thrown out of the car, the key would still be in the ignition. Monica's husband Fred was a marathon runner. Before a challenging race, he promised Monica he'd bring her a bouquet they gave to the winner. A few hours later, he came back holding beautiful flowers. But Monica understood right away that Fred wasn't the winner. How did she figure it out? She recognized the flowers. They're actually from her own garden. There had been way more flowers before Fred left for the race. Look at this picture closely. There's something super terrifying about it. Can you figure out what it is? Have you spotted a ghost? It's right there in the top right corner, hidden in a balloon. Ew, creepy. Mr. Wilson's company is having a lot of financial problems, and to make matters worse, someone stole his safe with all the money he had. Mr. Wilson insisted that there had been several thieves, and the police, who came to investigate, asked the men why he was sure it was they. Mr. Wilson explained that his safe was too heavy for one person to carry. The police instantly realized Mr. Wilson was lying about the whole crime. How? If the safe had indeed been so heavy, it would have left some dents in the carpet. But look, there's nothing. Look at these two girls attentively. One of them is rich, and the other is just pretending. Can you figure out which girl fakes until she makes it? It's the lady on the right. Her phone looks old, and her designer bag is fake. How about these women? Who is fake rich? The lady on the left isn't likely to be rich. It seems like she's working now. Look at the poster behind her back. She's at the dentist's. She might be a model for a local commercial. Mr. Oliver Black urgently needed his assistant, but the guy was on vacation in the countryside. So, on Wednesday, Mr. Black sent him a letter asking the man to return as soon as he could. A few days passed, and still no assistant in sight. Mr. Black decided to go and check on the guy himself. When he arrived, he saw the assistant packing his stuff. He told his boss that he had received his letter just the day before and was going to leave in a half an hour. Oliver told the guy he was fired since he couldn't trust a person who lied to him. Why did Mr. Black say so? The calendar on the assistant's table shows that it's Monday, November the 4th, but there's no mail deliveries on Sundays, which means the guy was lying. Look at this picture carefully and try not to get scared. Your task is to count the monsters that are hiding there. How many can you find? There's 3 altogether. There's one behind the door, one behind the bed, and one more hiding beneath the bed. Scott, an infamous burglar, came home one evening. Just a day before, he had stolen some very expensive paintings from Mr. Smith's house. He was in the living room when he noticed several police officers approaching his home. Scott gave instructions to his wife and slipped out through the back door. When the officer knocked on the door, Scott's wife told him that her husband had been away for a week. She added that he was supposed to come home that day. At that moment, Scott entered the house. He hugged his wife as if they hadn't seen each other for ages. But the police officers didn't believe them. Why? Look at the dog. If its owner had been away for a week, the animal would be jumping around, happy and excited. But the animal saw Scott just a couple of minutes ago and isn't showing too much enthusiasm. Another criminal riddle for the most attentive. Look at these people and try to figure out which of them is stealing. Despite his unfriendly looks, the man on the left is just jogging. He's trying to lose some weight. The lady in red is pregnant. If she was trying to hide something under her top, she would hold it tight. It means the guy with a backpack is the thief. Not only does he look suspicious, but it also seems that his backpack can't fit all his belongings. And one more riddle about thieves. How fast can you crack it? Someone stole several expensive t-shirts from a designer clothing store. The manager told the security guard he had half an hour to find the thief. If he didn't make it in time, he'd be fired. The guard rushed to watch the CCTV footage. Luckily, he managed to figure out who the thief was before his time ran out. And do you know who it is? It's the man in the dark blue sweater. His belly miraculously became larger after he spent some time in the store. He must be hiding the t-shirts under his sweater. Well, How did you do? Tell me about it in the comments. That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.